Good morning, class, and welcome to Art 8 CVA. My name is Mr. Gillock, and I just want to welcome you to class and tell you a little bit about myself before we go through the syllabus. I am, of course, a real live person. I am making this video for you, along with including my little Bitmoji avatar throughout the syllabus to kind of add some fun and life to it. I do want to forewarn you, I might need to go a little faster, talk a little faster than I normally would because I only have a 15-minute time limit and there's a lot to go over. So I apologize if I go a little fast. I'll definitely be abbreviating things, which I'm sure everyone will appreciate. As far as who I am, this is my 15th year teaching. Prior to teaching Carlisle, I taught art in Baltimore for about 12 years. This is now my third year in Carlisle, and I absolutely love it here. I live in the community, and I love the area. I've done multiple professional artworks, including these two murals here, along with other paintings. This painting of this dog, it's kind of small, but you can always zoom in and get more detail. But I am not just a teacher. Again, like I said, I've done professional art, and I'm overall just excited to teach you some things and hopefully get you to appreciate art and value it as it is a part of our everyday lives. I'm not going to read the overview. It's basically what I just said about learning how to appreciate art in your everyday life. But I do want you to note right here, that's highlighted in blue, if I can even highlight it, that you don't need to be a good artist in my class. You just need to try your best and everything's going to fall into place. If you feel like you don't like art or art's just not in your wheelhouse, it's not something you had an innate talent with, you can still get A's. I've had students consider themselves not good in art and still get A's, and students who have the natural talent and they fail because they just don't do the work. It's really just about doing the work. So please don't sell yourself short. You're able to do a lot more than I'm sure you think. So hopefully, even though you're just meeting me through a screen here, you can trust me to guide you through this process. And as long as you put your best foot forward, you'll do just fine. All right, going down. As far as the course identification, you're going to have two-dimensional or 2D and 3D art projects. You'll have, I believe, two 2D ones and two 3D artworks. So two that are basically flat surfaced and two that are three-dimensional in nature. You can hold and see them from all different angles. As far as the institutional policies, since you are a Carlisle area student, please feel free to click on this link here in your syllabus to get right to that. Now, since this is a video, just to demonstrate, you can find the actual syllabus in the Welcome to CVA Art 8 folder and just click on it there. You can just find the read-only version as opposed to watching this video. This video is mandatory, but if you ever need to come back to the syllabus, you can just kind of scroll through and find what you need to at your own time. Going back, so I also have office hours. Office hours are mandatory. You must attend office hours. You have less than 74%. They are held every Wednesday from 7:45 to 8:45. You are welcome to attend even if you don't have to, but again, if you have less than a C, you must attend. And that can be found right here at the top of Schoology and Art 8. All the information is here. You would just basically need to copy and paste this link in your browser, and that will take you to the meeting. And again, it won't start till 7:45. So if you do this at 7 o'clock, if you do this at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, it won't work. It must be between 7:45 and 8:45 in order for me to be on the other end of the screen and work with you. And the great thing about being an art teacher is that I have a program where I can teach you live on the screen. I can cast my screen and demonstrate digitally how to adjust your project or what changes to make. I could even show you the assignments, cast it from my computer. So even though it's a video and you're not in person, there's still a lot of ways that you can still get the very clear visual help that you would need from an art class. So going back here, and guys, like I said, I'm trying to run through this. You have 4 units. They consist of collaborative art, where you're going to work on a project as a class. You have a figure drawing where you learn how to draw the human body in proportion, where everything is the proper size and placement, nothing's too large or too small. Those are your 2D works. And then for your 3D works, you'll be doing cardboard relief, where you're taking pre-cut cardboard and stacking different layers to make the image rise from the surface. And lastly, an abstract sculpture, which you'll make out of clay. And again, you guys can go back to the hard copy syllabus in Schoology. I'm just kind of flying through this stuff. So as far as assignments, everything is submitted to Schoology. That's very important. So everything you do, you must submit to Schoology. Please don't email it to me. Attach everything in its proper assignment to Schoology. Everything is sectioned in order. It's even labeled 1 through 5 usually. and just complete everything in order and submit it to those assignments. So for entrance tickets is one type of assignment. They're worth 3 points. At the beginning of every lesson, you'll be given 2 new vocab words and an investigative question where you have to think about the answer. All you do is answer those and submit them. They're meant to help your grade, not hurt it. So what's meant to be +3 easy points can easily be -3 points and hurt your grade. Please make sure you do them. And also, it's important not to Google or abbreviate the definitions. Please copy them as you see them from the video. There's a PowerPoint video in Schoology for each of these words that teaches you the word and connects it to the unit. Now, the art projects themselves, they are 100 points. They are the meat and soul of this class. So the entrance tickets help lead you up to the final project. And the final project, I don't grade you. Art is subjective for the most part. What I consider an art that I really enjoy might not be what someone else enjoys, right? But in class, I can't grade you that way. I have to grade you on actual criteria. So I grade you by something measurable. I grade whether you followed the skills and objectives. Did you follow all the lesson objectives for the assignment? As long as you do the assignment, you'll get the points. You do it properly. Not only that, but you've completed all 3 lessons for the unit. Craftsmanship. That's a fancy word for the quality of the production. Is it nice and neat? Did you stay in the lines? Did you rip your paper? Did you wrinkle it? Did you poke a hole in it? Composition, that's a fancy word for using the entire space. In art, you want to use the entire space of the artwork, which we'll talk about towards the end here. Detail is how much detail did you add to the project, whether it's line detail, color detail. That really ties back to the time and effort. It's very visible in the amount of detail that you've added. Then originality, how original is your image? Is it a direct copy? Did you do anything to make it your own? In art, we want to teach about avoiding any kind of copyright, how to put your own spin on things, how to use an image as a reference but not a direct copy. With that said, I do want to note that there is an exception where some of these lessons require you to copy. So you would earn these 20 points by default because there is no room for originality. But that's usually just one project. The rest of them, you should have more than enough room for originality, and you're not just straight copying something. With the originality, this does lead me back to earlier on with the institutional policies. Just the other year, I did have for the student for the first time actually plagiarize an artwork. And if you go to the institutional policies, there is a plagiarism section as far as what would happen if you did so. And I can only beg you guys not to do it. That student did not follow their pacing guide. They were short on time, and they were tempted to do the wrong thing in order to get the grade they wanted. And that student in no way is a bad student, a very good person, just again was tempted to do something wrong. And if I know that your submission is a copyright where you basically copied and pasted from the internet, I am obligated by my ethical code as a teacher to report that. I'm not looking to catch you, but I have to report it if I note it. So what I'm trying to get at, to sum this up, is please complete your assignments on time. Please don't put yourself in a position to be tempted to copyright someone else's work. And I'm not looking to catch you, but again, if I notice it, I'm obligated to report it. Okay, I want you guys to succeed. I just want you to do your best and not copy someone else's work. Learning logs are basically a form of assessment in my class where you review the vocabulary you learned, you talk about the process of the artwork, and then you also talk about the essential question that any given class has, no matter what the class, whether it's art or math or English. We have essential questions in here just the same. All right, so you basically have those 3 things. You have your entrance tickets with the 3 points. Art projects are 100. They're the biggest amount of points. And then lastly, the learning logs are 26. The learning logs will be explained in more depth after the first unit, but they are there, and I will talk about those later. All right, evaluation. This is Carlisle's grading scale. Again, you can look at that in your own time. It's all the same as all your other classes. In order to get an A in my class, I do want to note this. You have to push yourself above and beyond in the categories of detail and originality. I'm looking to separate those who have earned the A as opposed to just did the bare minimum, maybe got a B. So please make sure you put the extra time and effort if you can, if you really want to achieve that A. I'm pushing you guys to your best. I know you can do great. I just want to make sure people aren't kind of submitting the bare minimum. All right, as far as submitting assignments, please submit basically all assignments in their selected categories. So where you see an entrance ticket in Schoology, please don't email it to me. Please submit it under the entrance ticket assignment. For the progress photos discussion, that's where I can see your progress at the end of a lesson. Please send me a clear image, a clear photo with your iPad, and crop it if necessary. That can help so I can just see the image and not your desk in your whole room. Make sure it's up close and not from afar. Again, you want it as clear as necessary. Same thing for final project, same thing as for your progress photos. It has to be clear, zoomed in, cropped if you can. This is worth 100 points. You want to make sure I'm seeing all the detail possible. And for the learning log, all you do is click the link. It'll look like this where my mouse is, a little puzzle piece that says learning log. You just click it and you follow the prompts and complete it. It's pretty easy. Late policy. I don't give grade deductions. So if it's late, you can still earn 100% of the points. I highly discourage being late because it's very hard, very difficult to get caught back up. But I will not penalize you for being late. But please follow it because once you fall behind, the class moves on without you. And the end of our rotation together ends when it ends. And once that date hits, you can't submit something after that. So please try to stay on pace, but know that don't panic if you're going to be late. You're not going to lose any points for that. For technical assistance, I'm going to allow you guys to look at the actual syllabus for this since this is very wordy. I only have about 4 minutes left. But if you're having problems like my Bitmoji avatar is having and everything's not working, you're getting frustrated and you want to throw everything, just try these tips like restarting your software, check for filtering issues, laptop power. If any of those things don't work after you tried them, contact me or contact IT. We can get you the help that you need. Again, there's a lot more information down here. As far as expectations, I believe this is the last page here. For the projects, please make sure you fill the entire paper. Every project you do, if it's on paper, make sure you fill all the space. That makes the artwork interesting and engaging. Please personalize it, make it your own, be creative, make it something you enjoy. If you're told that you need to do the cardboard relief, why do something random when you do something cool, like maybe you're really into superheroes, you're into sports, or you really like graffiti art, choose something that you like that's going to allow you to invest yourself in it and make it worth your time, aside from just the grade. You also don't need to consider yourself a good artist. I already said that earlier. Just try your best and everything will fall into place. And then use your time wisely. Work hard, you will succeed, I promise you. Those who work hard will be rewarded. Those who are cutting corners, it will be noticed. And it's very easy to spot in art. As far as time management, please don't procrastinate. The deadlines are set for your benefit, but are not a hard deadline. But please don't wait too long to complete your assignments. We already talked about not copying someone else's work. I said I will know. It'll result in a failing grade. Again, check the handbook link from page 2, and you can read more information on that. As far as contacting me, you can contact me directly from gillockr@carlisleschools.org. That's my Outlook email. Or there's the messaging icon in Schoology. Don't be so frustrated that you give up. Please contact me and I can help you as soon as I can. I respond to everything within 24 hours. Ooh, less than 2 minutes. So here's the office hours. Here's the pacing guide in Schoology right here. You can click on that and look at this. This is all the deadlines and dates to help kind of guide your progress in advance. And I just want to show you guys, we talked about the assignments. I want to show you how it's all laid out. We're going to look at the collaborative art unit. Oh boy, so you have the lesson overview you can read just to kind of give you an idea of the project. And then you will have lessons 1, 2, 3, and then your final project where you submit your final work, and then your learning log, which is your assessment. Lesson 1, we'll just go over that. I'm losing power here. Ooh, sorry guys, I'm rushing. My lights are on a timer and they go out every so often. So in any unit, you go to the lesson 1 overview, you watch this video. It explains everything you're about to do. Then you're going to watch a vocab video. That gives you the answers to your entrance ticket. Remember the 3 points. Then you watch the instructional video. It's me demonstrating what you're going to do for this lesson. And then lastly, submit the photo so I can give you the feedback. That each lesson leads you to the next lesson. As you complete lesson 1, then lesson 2, then lesson 3, it all guides you to finishing the final project. And then submit your final project here. Here's your learning log. When you click on it, it'll look like this. You just follow the prompts. You essentially match the definitions. You answer a couple questions. And then lastly, your essential question. This is all worth 26 points. You want to complete your answers thoroughly. Make sure you give a thorough response. I have less than 10 seconds left. Again, my name is Mr. Gillock. I'm really looking forward to teaching you this year. And please message me with any questions, and feel free to look at the hard copy of the syllabus at the end of this video.